Hello everybody, welcome back once again, playing Disgaea Hour of Darkness. I just wanted to do a quick video here on passing bills and bribing senators. Um, what a game, right? We're able to do what basically happens in real life here, which is to bribe senators. Um, let's fill up the inventory, or my inventory here, with a bunch of junk. I think this is junk anyway. Actually, here, let's do this. Let's do this instead. I might want to keep this stuff for whatever reason. One of the things that I do, and this actually helps early on, is actually to just go to the battle depot here, and then find the cheap stuff. So I'll buy a plunder hand here, a stealing hand. The fairy dusts are always really cheap too. And then, I don't know, let's do a couple of these. I mean, that's fine, right? At the beginning of the game, you're not going to have that much cash unless you've gone into the item world, which I did a lot, actually. And normally what I would do here, if I was going to go do a bunch of bribing, I would take everything that's good out of my item bag and move it into my warehouse, but just for the time being, I'm not going to bother doing that because I'm only going to bribe a couple of, or just, this is more of an example thing, right? So yeah, like I said, I would clear out all of my exits and throw them in the warehouse, and then just fill up my item bag with a bunch of garbage. And then what you want to do here is you want to go to plein summon the assembly. We'll summon with Laharl. And unfortunately, though, this is going to take 10 mana every time you want to do this. But one of the best bills is to go into raised military funds. There's a couple of reasons for that. For one thing, it's so cheap, right? It's only 10 mana to summon the assembly in this way. And then also, these guys are always... oh, this can't be right. Why do these guys... Oh, this is so... That's right, I forgot. So, because I'm so far in the game, and I have already got the Tyrant title with Laharl by beating Baal, or Baal. Most of these guys are just going to love this, and almost every bill will pass, but normally this bill is really, really difficult to pass, and most of the senators are going to loathe you and loathe it. But again, because I'm a tyrant already, it's very, very easy to pass this stuff. But anyway, what you'll want to do here is you'll find the senators that like loathe you or dislike you or whatever. And what you want to do is bribe them. So like this guy here is a perfect one. This guy loathes me. So what I'm going to do here is look for... I'm just going to use these 4 items here. So here he does not want this item, so we're not going to try with that. He's not very interested in the stealing hand. He does not want the fairy dust, but he's interested in the garlic water, so we'll give that to him. And that didn't change his opinion much at all, but... that's okay. So the rest of these guys, gosh, it says love on most of these. And why is mine? There we go. Total. All right, so here's a couple with total support. Here's a must-have. Must-have is the highest modifier. These items that if you ever come across the senators that it says that it's a must-have, you definitely want to give that to you or to them for. They get a pretty big bonus. And then now he's strongly 4. And then he's still only interested in the fairy dust. That's probably fine. Let's hear. Does not want, not very interested. This guy loves me. Love. Here's a total support. Senator Spade. Does not want and slightly interested. Love, love, love. Yeah, it's weird. It's a very odd, because I spent hours bribing senators, quite a while back, and it's just kind of really funny to see them all basically love Laharl here. But anyways, all right, so let's give this guy the fairy dust. That didn't change his mind either. He still says strongly 4. Oops. And then let's go with... So Senator Spade is slightly interested in the plunder hand. I know she's strongly 4. All right. And then all you want to do here is you want to hit triangle, and then you want to return to the castle. I guess in my case, I'm playing on an Xbox controller, so that's why, but... you don't want to begin the vote. You just really want to return to the castle. And then what you want to do here is just go over to the shop again and fill up your inventory again. So we'll just go to buy, and then I'm not going to do this, but you just want to buy again the cheapest stuff that you can, unless you're doing fine on cash. Then you can spend however much you want. But I typically go for these items here towards the bottom because they're usually pretty cheap. And then you'll just go back in, summon assembly again, and try to, or go in to raise military funds one more time. And that will, that's basically how you keep bribing. Now, at the end of the day, there's a couple of bills anyways, for sure, like these three on the bottom, that it doesn't really matter how much you bribe, because there's modifiers to the vote, and the modifiers are so severe that most of these won't pass anyway, and you'll have to pass them by force. That's easy enough. Really, all you're looking for is, or one of the things that you can do is when you go into these, and I can't actually go into these because I've already passed them, but if you go into the Cave of the Ordeal, what you want to do is you want to try to find a high-level senator in there and then just bribe the crap out of them. And then what that will do is it'll make it so that they won't be against you, hopefully, right? Then you'll take the vote, and then hopefully they'll vote with you in the yay. And then what you want to do is you want to force, like, because most of the time the bill will fail, and you want to persuade by force. And then really all you want to do is throw the opposing senators onto the senator that you've bribed that's a yay, right? A high-level yay. The trick with that is you can't throw a senator that's higher level than your yay, because otherwise it will turn into a higher level nay senator, right? So if you can throw lower level senators onto your yay vote, and that will gradually increase its level, and then you can throw higher and higher nay votes onto that yay. So that's really how you pass these. Also, I should say you have to be promoted high enough in order for some of these bills to even appear. I don't know what the requirements were anymore for Cave of the Ordeal, Alternate Netherworld, or the Mysterious Seal, because I did this, a few days ago already. But that's one of the things that you'll want to keep in mind, is that you need to promote high enough. Transmigrate. I'm not going to do this, but one of the things that transmigrate, I'll just show you on somebody else here. Let's let me do a save state here really quickly. So we'll resummon. Basically, transmigrate I really like for some of these other characters. Not necessarily Laharl or Etna, because they can't change classes anyway, but basically if you've got like a brawler that's the base level brawler, right, and you want to make it into the higher level brawler, what you need to do though first is you need to do the promotion exams, I think all the way until level 4. Maybe, let me just see here, is there somebody better? Probably not. I think I already transmigrated all of these characters. Oh, here, let's go with Locke. I'll just show you for our... Oh, no, he's rank 0 too. Dang it. I think all of these guys are rank 0s, now that I think about it. Yeah, suck. Ugh, that stinks. Alright, well... Let's see. Well, okay. Well, I'll just have to show you with Laharl, because he's the only character that's rank 11 right now. But generally, again, so like, let's just say you've got a brawler, and... it's the base level brawler, like the one that's initially available, and you want like a Wushu Master, right? That's the final brawler class. What you can do is you can transmigrate. Now, again, keep in mind that you have to promote like 4 times, and then transmigrate will become available. And then what you do is transmigrate, and then you can pick whichever one you want here. Obviously, Genius is the best, but it's the most expensive. It's going to cost you 5,000 mana, which is... honestly, that's a lot of kills to get to that amount of mana. The rest of these are pretty easy to get to. Like Skilled is only 200 mana. That's not too bad. But the problem with Skilled is you only get 6 ability bonuses, which is basically just another way of saying stat bonuses. So you only get 6 of those. You get 8 with the Distinguished, but you do get 10 with your ability bonus. There's also an inheritance rate. I don't remember what that was off the top of my head, like if that's your stats or if that's your like weapon skills. I can't quite remember, but maybe it's obvious that Genius is going to be the best thing to, or heading to transmigrate to. So there's no approval required for this either, which is really nice. So anyways, he's got, you can see here, these are basically his base classes. And when you transmigrate, that's what the blue, whatever this blue, the blue bars are going to be, right? So we'll transmigrate over, and that would be then what his stats would be. So you can put your 10 points wherever you want. It's really up to you on what you. I mean, at the end of the day, 10 points of stats don't really matter that much, but it's really again up to you on how you want to do that. And then once you do that, you'll start back over at level 1, which is actually why I don't really like doing this for like Lahar or Etna. I don't think that it's really worth it. Maybe early on it's not so bad, but now that I'm like level 3,000 or whatever it is, it's not really worth doing. But this, and then you can go over the abilities that you'll still have. I have, yeah, actually I do have quite a bit here. Oh, I have Impaler? Oh, okay. Well, apparently that's with the spear, though. So yeah, so that is transmigration. Again, I think that it's more worth it for the classes where, you know, you've got a brawler or a warrior that's like one of the first classes, and then you want to you know, transmigrate into like a higher level warrior or whatever, or another class. If you don't want to be a warrior anymore, you could transmigrate to like Majin. So again, up to you. But also, it does keep a lot of your like, you know, your weapon skills. So that's kind of nice, right? Like my weapon skill is 242. Let's just go back here. 242. That's after migration. Let's check. Let's check his. Yeah. So there you have it. My weapon mastery is 255, but because my inheritance would only be 95% if I transmigrate, while you know, into genius, I'll lose 5% of my weapon skill, right? And then I would only be at what did I say, 247 or something like that. So that's what the inheritance stat means. I don't know if that applies to your actual stats though as well, possibly, I guess. But I guess I would just say that transmigration isn't really that worth it unless, you know, again, you're trying to transmigrate into a different class and you want to keep, you know, whatever your weapon skills and stuff. So that is that. The rest of these bills, let's just see here. So you can create characters, you can delete characters. I deleted actually quite a few. I deleted my initial 3 printies that they gave me because I was sick of trying to pass through those in like the character list. I just got annoyed by that, so I deleted all them. Change name. Yeah, you can't change Laharl's name. You can probably change any of these other characters that you've made. Yeah, like this. Promotion exam. You can go all the way up, it looks like, to rank 11. Again, mostly that just determines what of these options that you get, right? The more your rank is, the more influence you'll have, and the more bills you can potentially pass. We went over transmigrate, triple EXP. I have never even used this yet. I don't think that this is all that worth it. There's some scenarios where, like, if you go, I don't know, if you're going into level 99 of the item world and like you can manage to kill the item general first, like that might be worth it. But generally speaking, I don't know that that's really all that worth it. Bonus gauge boost is nice, kind of similar reason, right? Like if you're going into the item world maybe and you are specifically looking for some item and I don't know, you can, I don't, maybe work that out. But I honestly don't think that that's that great either. I think that if you're trying to get items through the bonus gauge, generally the best way to go about that is by doing geopanel destruction, so I don't find that to be all that impressive. Anyway, Prinny Day, I really wanted to give this a fair shake, and I just have to say that it's not very good at the end of the day either. And the problem with Prinny Day is the thing that what it does is it changes all of the bonuses on the next stage to actual items. So you'll never see like a currency bonus, like the hell bonuses, right? And there won't be experience bonuses. It will only ever be items. And so, hey, that's cool if you're trying to find items. But the problem is you can only use printies there. And just trying to get those bonuses with only using printies can be a problem, because a lot of times, sure, great, let's just say that you've got an item that shows up in the bonus that you want, but the problem is oftentimes the geo panels and the whatever the little pyramid things aren't correct, right? Or they're not going to get you what you want or enough bonus, or there weren't any of them at all That's the problem with Prinny Day. You can't bring in a scout to do a geo change that would then potentially get you, really good bonuses. So as much as I wanted to like Prinny Day, I don't think it's good. So, and that's really unfortunate because it would have been, maybe a good idea to, always have items, in that bonus list. But again, at the end of the day, it just doesn't really work out. Raise military funds, I think, is only good really for bribing and outlining the process that I went through earlier. So I don't think that that's that great. More expensive stuff is really good though. So this will, it says makes expensive high-level items available. I think that's great, especially towards the end of the game. The higher level and more expensive items that you have in the shop means that the specialists on them will be higher level, and so I think that that's definitely worthwhile. Stronger enemies is really good too when you want to level. I actually brought that all the way up, and then I brought it all the way back down. I brought it up so that I could level quickly, and then I went all the way back to weaker enemies just so that the item gods and stuff were lower level. So yeah, so that is that. The eyewear, belt, and shoe inventory, maybe that's obvious. It adds all of this stuff to the shops. I don't actually use any of these items now that I think about it. So these ended up being, I'll be honest, completely worthless. Improve counterattack and improve movement is really good though as well. I did those both with Laharl fairly early on. In the item world, really anyway, or anywhere. A counterattacking multiple times is going to be really, really nice. If you can kill enemies faster, you're going to increase your survivability. Improved movement is just always solid. Obviously being able to move farther is a good thing, and oftentimes will get you to exits faster. And then Cave of Ordeal, Alternate Netherworld, and the Mysterious Seal are all special like dungeons, I guess, that you unlock. I unlocked Cave of Ordeal first. That's the cheapest one, and it's most like the easiest one to unlock. Cave of Ordeal has 5 different levels. There isn't really anything fancy, I don't think, though, about this. Let me just, I'll take a save state here. I want to go into this. I just don't remember what was here in Cave of Ordeal 5. Okay, yeah, there wasn't anything good here. There was a zombie at the back here at one point, but I see now he doesn't show up anymore. I'm not really sure why that's the case. But it's also kind of a pain in the butt to get out there. If you've got someone, I don't know if anybody can even throw this far. Maybe the pugilists can throw that far, or maybe even the ninjas or something. But I just used the hyperdrive, which basically lets you teleport anywhere you want to get out there. But let's just go back here. Cave of Ordeal 3 is amazing. This is one of the better. Oops, I got this sped up too fast. Cave of Ordeal is great. This has probably been my favorite place to level in the entire game. Especially with like Laharl using Winged Slayer here. You can see here Winged Slayer will target everything. I'll just speed that up. And he's one-shotting this stuff. Basically what you can do here is go in there and hopefully you can one-shot it. If not, whatever. But then as you go as you go farther and farther along, you're gonna get to a point where you're one-shotting this stuff. And then you can come over here to the Dark Assembly, summon the Assembly, and then do the stronger enemies, and then that'll make the enemy levels a little bit higher. And then you basically just run back over there, and repeat the process to really catapult your characters into higher levels. So that's pretty much it. That's the Dark Assembly. I've passed almost everything, but there are a couple of bills again that are storyline locked that I won't be able to do quite yet. But that's basically it. That's how you do that. That's how you pass the bills. Again, keep in mind that those 3 final bills are going to be harder to pass because they have really bad modifiers to them, and you'll most likely have to fight your way through the senators. So that is it. That is the Dark Assembly. So as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.